On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call him brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's what he needs to do to fire up his guys, he should do so. And he's telling everybody, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up. And he's making sure that he believes it so that he hopes that his players will as well.
So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
A shotgun snap, Fields. This will go to Henry out wide.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, Fields.
That'll be complete to Breida. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about, we always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he was the AFC Player of the Week, and looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Play action. It's Fields.
And his pass incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays, his numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On play action, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down. Now Cousins. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Play fake, Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Throwing, Cousins. And he's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Titans' 3-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action, Fields. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Curtis Samuel there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
From the gun, here's Fields. And the The throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Grant on the return. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, no 2 ways around it. Anytime you get the current #1 and #2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as a team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Jackson. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. 25. Check 25. Check.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Hey, switch gears. Check 52. Switch.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Fields.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Fields looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Now Fields.
Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Second half starts with a run by Etienne.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Etienne.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Breida. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, here's Fields, eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 28. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Again, it's Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Forced out to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
On 2nd and a yard, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11. Cousins.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Going for it, here's ETN.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action now. Cousins. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Here's a give to ETN.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's ETN.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. working out of the gun. Cousins. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
On play action, Fields.
That'll be caught by Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And right side, Henry's got it.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. And it's caught.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the 1.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Here's Henry, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Cousins. A quick slant to Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's Cousins. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw...
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
Here's Fields.
They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
A give to Henry. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.